Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rekakadash. Double honors goes to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful elect. This is Rababiah coming at you from the Chicago camp with a quick lesson. I titled this lesson, The Wicked of the World's Plans. So I got this where I was watching this quick video where these devils, when I talk about these devils, I'm talking about the government. I'm talking about Esau, so-called white man, who really is the red man, is trying to get rid of meat, and this is all a ploy, by the way. When I say he's trying to get rid of meat, he's trying to take the back door to the Israelites. That, like the Passover, we deal with meat, so how will we complete our Passover if we can't eat meat? So when you look at this, whoa, what just happened? These devils. When you look at this, this man is trying to get rid of us in the meat, where we can't consume meat. I'm not going to talk anymore. I want to let the video play. But before I do, I want to read a quick scripture. I want to go to Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So this devil know that his time is growing short here. It talks about it in Job 14:5. That he has a short time here, roughly paraphrasing. So anyway, let me go ahead and play this video, and then I'll go further into what I'm talking about. Check this out.
People eat too much meat, right? And if they were to cut down on their consumption on meat, then they would it would actually really help the planet. But people are not willing to give up meat. Yeah, some people will be willing to, but other people, they may be willing to, but they have a weakness of will. They say, wow, this steak is just too juicy. I can't do it. I'm one of those, by the way. So, so here's the thought, right? So it turns out that we know a lot about, we have these intolerance to, for example, I have milk intolerance. And some people are intolerant to crayfish. So possibly we can use human engineering to make it the case that we're intolerant to certain kinds of meat, to certain kinds of bovine proteins. And there's actually analogs of this in life. There's this thing called the Lone Star tick, where if it bites you, you will become allergic to meat. I can sort of describe the mechanism. So that's something that we can do through human engineering. We can kind of possibly address really big world problems through human engineering.
So if you haven't heard the news yet, lots of farmers across the United States are finding boxes of ticks in their fields. Yes, you heard that correct. Boxes of actual ticks that are carrying Lyme disease, alpha-gal, Rocky Mountain spotted fever. Now, of course, the farmers have no idea where these boxes are coming from, but many of us can speculate. And clearly, they have a greater plan to get many of us to give up consuming meat, whether we want to or not. Now, we have our little buddy boy Bill Gates to thank for that one. He has pushed for humans to stop consuming meat for years now, and that's why he created his nasty chemical-filled meat, which is detrimental to your health, by the way. Now, aside from the consuming meat, this is also not coincidental that Pfizer is due to release their new Lyme disease vaccine in 2027. So this gives them a full year to get people infected and scare the living shit out of them for Lyme disease so that they then turn around and get this vaccine. Wow. Now, there are two options for people like us. If you still want to enjoy the outdoors, you've got to protect yourself. This is using an insect repellent. Now, of course, I'm not going to recommend DEET or anything chemical filled, but you can easily make a homemade insect repellent from home with essential oils and vanilla extract and so on. And I'll go ahead and put a picture up for you guys that you can screenshot with a really easy recipe. Now, if you are bitten by one of these ticks, I don't care if it's a regular tick or a Lyme tick, any type of tick. The first thing you want to do, of course, is remove the tick, making sure that you remove the head, and then you want to clean the wound thoroughly with colloidal silver. Afterwards, you're going to apply a plantain salve. Now, we call our salve Heal All. It does contain echinacea, yarrow, and comfrey, but the majority of the ingredients ingredients is plantain. And this is because plantain is highly astringent. Historically, it was used to pull out snake venom. So it's got this powerful astringent qualities. It will pull out any bacteria that is within that wound. Now, aside from treating this topically, you want to consume colloidal silver twice a day for at least a week. And this will help to...
I want to play a little bit so you can get the gist of what they're trying to do. But who are these people? Who is Esau in their science to tell you who consumes more meat and who doesn't, or who takes too much meat? And what's too much meat? You know, who gave you the right to do that? You know, this lets you know that these dudes are mad, man. This system, the people that are in charge, I'm talking about the so-called white man, is out of his mind. You know, I want to go to a quick scripture. I want to go to Isaiah 47, verse 10. It says, "For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it has perverted thee. And thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else besides me." So this man is his science, you know, the power that he got from his science, it's made him mad. You know, he feel he can control everything. So now he wants to control what you eat, and he wants to control what you consume and how you consume it. You know, and then if you do consume it and you get sick because he poisoned it, then he wants to control what you take. You know, this is madness, man. You know, I got another quick scripture. I want to go to 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 20. It says, "O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, and avoid profane and vain babbling and oppositions of science falsely so called." So this is definitely a false science that we're dealing with. You know, this is definitely something that they use to get their control through their technology. You know, through their science, through their wicked wisdom. You know, let's go to I want to go to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. I'm going to start at verse 7. It says, "For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he that would now let us will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord should consume with the spirit of his mouth." That's through the prophets, "and should destroy with the brightness of his coming," when he come with those chariots. Listen, this is the point. Verse 9, "Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power, signs, and lying wonders." You know, again, this is what Esau does. He actually creates a problem, and then he come and he has the antidote, or he has to control the problem he created. So he controls both sides. That's what this devil is trying to do. He wants control, you know, and you know, Lord's going to destroy this man. You know, we're not to envy, we're not to get involved in none of what he wants. You know, we're to serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai no matter what. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 3. I'm going to start at 31. It says, "Envy not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. For forward is the abomination to the Lord, but his secret is with the righteous." So the Lord's going to be with the righteous man. We just got to hold out. "The curse of the Lord is in the house of the wicked, but he blessed the habitations of the just." So we have to stay close to what we believe and stay close to these scriptures, because this right here is madness, man. You know, I'm gonna play a little bit more of this video, but this is madness.
Fight off any invading bacteria or pathogens that may have made its way to your bloodstream. So this is what you want to do if you are bitten by a tick. This is what I have done for many, many years now, and knock on wood, it's all.
I want to say this, is that, again, they said in the beginning of this video that people consume too much meat. And if you look at the writings in the beginning of this video, they talked about them having a box of ticks. The farmers having boxes of ticks. So this is wickedness at a high level. You know, so brothers and sisters, we have to just be careful. Roughly paraphrasing, we have to stay close to these scriptures. Isaiah 33:6 says the wisdom of these scriptures are going to be our stability. And we definitely going to need Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, because These days are getting worse. You know, the wicked is brazen, you know. I want to give all praises and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rekakadash. Double honors goes to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful elect. By the way, I want to say that this video is for teaching purposes only. I'm getting nothing from this. Fair use, fair use. This is just for teaching purposes only. Shalom.